Everybody. So people have been asking me in the comment sections why I'm so critical of the Reform Party, why I make video after video criticising them and bashing them. Well, it's because of things like this. It's because of Nigel Farage's original policy of saying that he had no political ambition to deport all the illegal immigrants in this country that were already here. Obviously he U-turned on that before the local elections, but I don't believe him for 1 second that he was actually, meaning what he said about that. I think it's just another instance of what he did with the grooming gang inquiry. He jumped on a bandwagon to get himself some, a few more headlines, a few more votes in the local elections. He promised to deliver a grooming gang, privately funded grooming gang inquiry. Didn't follow through on that. He's a headline jumper. He jumps on a bandwagon for a headline to get himself in the limelight a little bit, and then he just it'll suddenly just be swept under the carpet. He promised policy straight after the local elections, and as of yet we've heard nothing on his policy about how he's actually going to deport all the illegal immigrants in this country. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's got intentions of doing it. But this is really important to me, this subject. The reason why I want all these illegal immigrants deported, because it's putting stress on our infrastructure and mainly our social housing. These people coming to the country, there was an instance, I'll put it on my, I'll post the video into my community post section so you can go and watch that one. Apparently a lady entered the country illegally here 5 months ago, and then after 5 months later she's given a taxpayer funded house. I was on the emergency housing list for 7 months and I wasn't considered a priority until I got an eviction notice.
It's very, very hard to get 4-bedroom property in Borough, in Hounslow. So our team have managed to find you something in Birmingham. Birmingham.
Yes.
Yeah, and Birmingham's nice place to stay.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice to stay. So you will not come back to Hounslow?
Yes.
So you'll go straight to Birmingham now?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you happy, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The reason we're not housing more people in Borough is due to properties not being affordable within London. So we're trying to help them in the long run to find an affordable property and a suitable property so they don't fall into the poverty trap.
After 2 weeks in Britain, Florin and his family have a home to go to, 100 miles away.
These people are moving into fully furnished homes with carpets, with TVs, with fridge freezers, cookers, you name it, they've got it. I was given a council house, which I'm eternally grateful for. I'm not complaining about that, but it was a shell. We've had to scrimp and save to get everything that we need in this house. We've still got no flooring, that's why it's a bit echoey in here. There's no floor, there's no carpet down yet. We have nothing given to us. If we want anything, we have to apply for grants. These people don't have to apply for anything. They go into a home, it's already there for them. And this is what makes my fucking blood boil and my piss boil. Well, the lefties deny that this actually happens, right? So this is an illegal immigrant coming to our country on a dinghy. Just watch what he does with his passport. Into the sea. Right, so if you are genuinely fleeing tyranny, war, oppression, why do you need to do that? Why do you even need to do that? You only hide your ID if you've got something to hide, or you throw it away because you're not who you say you are, and you don't want the authorities to know that. You don't want the authorities to be able to identify you. This is why these people should be put in camps until they're verified who they are. And if they can't be verified, out you go, you're deported. It's as simple as that. None of these people should be given refugee status whatsoever. They should be told, yeah, you come here illegally, you're not getting refugee status, you come via a legal route. If you come via an illegal route, you will be deported the same day. And that's what we need. We need strong leadership like that. And that's the reason I will not vote for the Reform Party, because they're not strong leadership. They won't do this. Nigel Farage will not deport all the illegal immigrants already here. And what do you think he's going to do when the media starts giving him hassle about, you know, wanting to deport the ones that are coming in or turn the boats away? He's going to U-turn because he's a weak leader, just like all the others that we've had over the past few decades. That's why I won't vote for Nigel Farage or the Reform Party. They're weak. They won't even stand up to the mainstream media. So how the hell are these people going to stand up to the civil service and the news media when they start to criticise them about stopping the boats, turning the boats round? You know they won't do it. They won't do it. It's going to be another Boris Johnson situation where they claim to be the saviours of the country and then they deliver absolutely nothing. Anyway, I digress. So have a look at this. Do you really think that this person is fleeing tyranny? He's got a baseball cap on, he's well dressed, he doesn't look like he's been through any trauma whatsoever. But we'll carry on watching the video. Happy smiley faces because he knows he's going to get a free house out of it. These aren't people that have been through trauma or stress. Look at them. Not at all. And you can't really blame them, can you? You can't blame them for doing it. You know, you hear that a country is giving away free houses, free money, and all you've got to do is go across the channel on a dinghy to do it, is to get a free house and get free accommodation. Compared to where you are living, probably a third world shithole, then yeah, you're going to make the journey, you're going to come here, and you're going to claim asylum. You're going to throw your ID in the sea so nobody knows who you are, and you're going to get yourself a nice free house, aren't you? And talking about nice free houses, this guy was given a nice free house. This guy here. This is from Adam Brooks. A Channel crossing illegal migrant is given a taxpayer-funded home in London despite a drug smuggling conviction in Italy. From London, he masterminds a £12 million migrant smuggling operation. These are the people we're letting in. My family, like I said, was put on a housing list for 7 months. 7 months. This guy is in the country, what? I don't know how long he's in the country for. Couldn't have been long. He's got himself a nice little taxpayer funded house, fully furnished with all the mod cons. And then he starts running a illegal migrant smuggling operation from that home. This is how stupid our leaders are. Why would you give somebody, a criminal, a free home? Because you start to use your brain, you think, well, if he's lied about his status in another country, maybe he's not who he says he is. And this is why all these people need to be vetted properly before we do anything with them. This is why they need to be processed. We need to identify them. So this sort of thing doesn't happen. But unfortunately, we don't have any leadership at the minute capable of doing that. And the Reform are going to be just more of the same. I'm sorry, but they are. From all the evidence, from all what they've said, they're going to be soft. They are going to be soft on this. They may turn the boats around for a little bit, but they're going to get pressure from the civil service, they're going to get pressure from other parties, they're going to get pressure from the news media, and they're going to U-turn. Look at how they treated their own candidates when Hope Not Hate just issued a little bit of pushback against the people they were putting up for candidates. They got rid of them because Hope Not Hate brought up some tweets that weren't exactly controversial. They were just basically saying what the Reform Party apparently stood for. And because it was giving the Reform Party some bad press, they were got rid of by the leadership of the Reform Party. This is not a party that is going to save this country. They are not going to stop this from happening. These people are already in this country, and the Reform Party is going to do nothing about them. That's my issue with them. It really is. That and the fact that Nigel Farage is a raving narcissist, pathological liar. That's my issue with the Reform Party. This is why I'm angry, because my family had to go through all of this, and it's not just my family, it's thousands, if not millions of other native Brits having to go through this and then watch people like this jump ahead of the queue, get a house, get everything given to them, whilst we idiots go to work, pay our taxes, pay into the system all our lives, and get basically nothing out of it. Nothing out of it. I got little to next to no help from my council. That was it. We got a few food bank vouchers. Whoopie-doo. We got one food bank voucher. Whoopie-doo. Whoopie-doo. And we got told to apply for a crisis grant, which we might not get. Yet these people are handed everything on a silver platter. That's what makes people angry in this country. That's why a lot of people are turning away from the Reform Party, because they don't see them being able to tackle this, and they won't. I just wanted to get this out there and just vent my anger a little bit about this, because it does make my piss boil when I see things like this. And the fact that you see these so-called refugees then protesting that their conditions aren't acceptable makes me even more angry, because it's like, you ungrateful twats. There's me and my family, there's other people, there's veterans out on the street that aren't given anything, and you're complaining about being given absolutely everything. Ungrateful shit. That's all I can say on it anyway. Sorry about the rant. Passionate about this sort of thing. I shall see you in the next video. This is Vindicator, signing off.